Hey guys, so okay, welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Let's carry on, we left off, it's case 1, Byakuya's death. We're trying to figure out who did it. Nagito comes in, starts confessing all sorts of crap, and then Mikan refutes him. I don't know what the hell is going on, things are just so confusing, but if the rest of the game is like this, I can tell I'm going to have so much fun. I love it already. Let's carry on.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry.
Poor girl.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
And it's not even over yet.
Hiding?
He might be hiding something now.
Like, during the blackout. Did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
Just tell us.
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout?
Hmm.
Oh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision!
Not now, Ibuki.
Don't get distracted! Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Ours.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Everyone, please pay attention.
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight? No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Yes. Absolutely. I feel like Phoenix right now. I feel like I'm just gonna toss a bluff out there. What the hell? There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Oh, Ibuki's account. Ibuki's account.
I can prove it with this.
We know what happened in
Even
the
if
dark.
we couldn't see
Sort
what
of.
happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Yes.
For reals?
For reals. Just don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down! We gotta stay calm in a situation like this!
Ah! Don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you?
This thing here.
Oh, wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
How did his voice get into the dining hall?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
You were with me when we asked her, remember?
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Damn, Hiyoko, can you at least contribute something before you start attacking everyone else?
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
Dang.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
They must have encountered one another, right? I thought it was because he bumped his head.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Maybe Nagito was planning to commit murder, but he failed.
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
See, but now I can't trust anything he says. Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
Mm-hmm.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
Jeez. So, Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife? And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, That sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys.
And you wouldn't have been able to find your way back.
I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was.
Must have thrown you pretty far.
Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
Yes.
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party,
He masterminded this whole thing and he failed at the last second. Someone else must have taken advantage of it though.
hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles.
And you say it all with a smile on your face.
What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
I know!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
It's all for nothing right now.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
Did you take a page out of Junko's book? You like confess yourself to be the killer, we get all our hopes up that we found him, and then you just snatch it away from us by saying you're not actually the killer, plunging us into despair.
But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward.
What's your deal, Nagito?
Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Oh man. What the hell is he on about? Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No. There's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him. But this whole time, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. I guess that's a play on us as well, right? Or me. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Oh, man. Wait, what? Since when do we have a trial suspension?
Well now.
The trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion! To 10 billion! Of course! For those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
If mouse button continue on B guess the killer challenge? I don't have that B button. My Xbox controller is not plugged in. Just kidding. You can't make a choice. I was gonna say, really? You're gonna like delete our save data? I wouldn't have believed it. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
Well, that much was, you know, understandable. If I had to guess the killer, though, I would have to guess Teruteru. His voice suddenly appearing in the dining hall. But I don't have a motive or anything, and I don't know how tall you have to be to stab through the floorboards. I have this gut feeling that it's Teruteru right now. Nagito kind of threw me off for like a while, but now that we've established that he's not the killer, I'm back to Teruteru again.
You're so evil!
Villain! You truly are a villain! Monokuma and Monomi. Oh, we get to save as well. Oh, that's cool. Class trial reopen. If I'd known we could have saved, then...
I'm Monomi,
I would have just
and
kept
my
playing.
heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students?
I guess it's like a previously on class trial.
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone.
Fortunately, there is a killer among us.
So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Thank you for the PSA, Monomi.
Well,
And
what
we're
now?
back.
If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
Hang on a sec. Give me a moment. Truth bullets. Where... I can't review the stupid map where everyone is standing. I was gonna say maybe Nagito got pushed into Mikan and that's how she fell into her embarrassing pose, but... I don't know. Maybe that's not right. I still don't know how that pose comes into this.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
Really?
There's still more?
There's more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Are we talking about the angle of the stabs?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's
Oh,
true,
yes, of course.
I feel Nagito looks, clean.
No blood on him, but then that tablecloth.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? Because there's no blood on him.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it.
So how was he planning to get away with it even if he could stab someone?
Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me. That is weird.
God.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been?
He's just so chill.
I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yes. There's only one thing he could have used to block the blood splatter. That extra tablecloth we found.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
But how did it get there?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Not gonna fit in your pockets, that's for sure.
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone.
When you don't know when the lights are gonna come back on, since Monokuma's the one who turned it back on.
That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Exactly.
Then, what does it mean?
Maybe. The killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Technically they did. They were just under everything else as well.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
And the carpet ends just before that table.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
We are, Hajime!
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
Sure. In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. Oh, nice. Hangman's Gambit is back. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question, but it's improved as well. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. 1. If 2 different letters clash, you will take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try to not let 2 different letters clash. That is what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique called to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse, and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button when you have a letter caught, you can shoot it to where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button, and after you fuse them, fire with the right mouse button. That's a whole lot of right mouse buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the tab key, and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword. Instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, please press the left mouse button. If that happens, at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If the sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? I think I do. If you press the escape key during these scenes, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun! Alright. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. By using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something's coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Under the floor, I'm guessing. So that's fine. Right. So this is wrong. Oh, I could do this first. Oh, whoops. Shit. Okay, gotta get my right mouse and left mouse buttons right. This is wrong. Under. Ah, that was close. Oh shit, whoops, I meant to right click it. Damn it. That. Oh, I can keep them in the game. Ah, I keep freaking clicking the wrong buttons. If... Ah! I'm losing my mind. Right. Okay. Sorry, it's taking me a while to get used to this. Okay. Floor. It's because the action difficulty is set to mean as well.
I got it!
You were stabbed under the floor, just like I thought from the beginning. Good. Okay.
I got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
We need to know how they got underneath. Gundam, this is your time to shine, buddy.
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. But from where? And how?
That is the question.
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
Exactly. That's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. Where are you, buddy? I need you.
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam. You dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
I don't know how you dropped your earring, but...
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Sorry, yes, that.
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is. I have found it. Truly, that is the hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either. See, so it's quite deep down, right?
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes.
Of course.
However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation.
Yes.
And if he had it on by the time the class trial began,
He obviously found it.
then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
And we also heard him laugh when we came straight into the building, right? In the entrance hall. So, clearly we can hear voices and stuff, right?
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
And if you were using a portable stove like my theory was before, even though it's a light source, you wouldn't see it because the carpet was covering the floorboards, so we couldn't see the light source. Only whoever was down there would be able to use it.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye.
Ah. Yes, I've heard that legend.
Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh!
All she does is
Man
give
up and
grief.
speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Storage room. Ah.
One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos.
Did that hamster move those boxes?
A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes.
Thank God you didn't get confused down there. You probably would have ended up in the underworld and met Hades.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands!
I love it so much. He's got a flair for the dramatic.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Hey, that's a pretty cool profession.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
He saved an endangered species after all.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
It's a quick trip.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
Right, so that means... the diagram's gone again, but that means anyone who wasn't in the dining hall is a suspect.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
No, I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Yeah.
Who wasn't at the party again?
Chiaki, Fuyuhiko, Teruteru, Peko.
I didn't participate, but I was guarding
sure
the
that's it.
entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Yes, this Monami over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further. But I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
It's Fuyuhiko. But he can't get
Judging
in.
from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. But he can't get under the floorboards from outside.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like,
I can do it. Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
Do it now.
see? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting!
Good news! You are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be somewhat pointless. However, if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. Press the escape key during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, now we have to prove Fuyuhiko's innocence. Buki's account, Teruteru's account, Chiaki's account, Kazuichi's account, Nekomaru's account.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
Correct.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
He does. Chiaki's account.
The culprit is self-evident.
The only person who doesn't have an alibi during the party is Fuyuhiko. But is he really the killer?
During the party, was lurking under the...
And they could have stared at without going to the store. Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the...
But when the party nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
He does.
No, that's wrong!
Chiaki can back him up.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
Huh? What happened, Fuyuhiko? Oh, hey. What are you doing here? All alone in a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
Why didn't you say anything?
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
How is that his fault?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Yeah, he's a mess.
Regardless, it's
I don't know what he
impossible to
likes.
go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Yes.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party... It was probably during the blackout.
Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But how the hell are you gonna find your way out of the room?
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness. And that room was much closer.
And that just kind of spelled your doom there, Teruteru. How the hell did you get to the dining hall in the darkness?
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
Well, you obviously need a light source then. But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
It appears we're getting close to the final stage.
You haven't spoken in a while.
The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
What the hell is he talking about? Dual lumen case, party dishes, fire door, kitchen equipment list, murder threat. I'm going straight for the list.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
No.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Ah! Not yet.
I agree with that.
Thank you for focus.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
The portable gas stove.
Oh, I was right?
Yes, you did it.
But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
I just remembered I didn't play the debate out again. That's okay. I'll try to remember from now on, promise. 20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. There are also iron plates for barbecue, even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around.
Speaking of a portable stove and cooking hot pots, I was actually at a Vietnamese restaurant the other day, and I actually got to have a hot pot. It was pretty fun.
So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I know I shouldn't be bringing it up during the class trial, but you know.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
There is? Huh?
A hole? What kind of hole?
Oh, God.
It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail. Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime. Will you battle against me?
Battle?
No, that's wrong!
Oh, God. He even says no, that's wrong, just like Makoto did, you know?
Will you be able to break through my argument?
Did Makoto just lose his mind? If this is even him? What does he mean, battle? Sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it. There's no way I'm going to lose against someone like him. Okay, it's a rebuttal showdown. Night vision goggles, storage room, tablecloth, party dishes, fire door, kitchen equipment list. Shit, I don't know where to start. Let's go with the fire door.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I'm just slashing
I can't back down!
Gotcha.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
The fire door, yes!
Wouldn't Kazuichi...
Allow me to cut through those words!
I just realized I cut through the wrong one, but then I got it in the end.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
If the fire door was closed, you'd never be able to see the light on the other side of it. And if the fire door is closed, that means that Teruteru has no way of getting to the dining hall.
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door.
So even if you open the fire door, if they're around the corner by then, you can't see anything.
So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
Okay.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
No, I don't. What does that have to do with anything?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
What is your deal? What's your game?
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath? You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey!
It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people.
What about his swearing?
More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
We're running out of time.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
What?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
Don't understand. So you're telling me to call out the real killer? Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover, and used the portable stove to move in the dark, and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... you. And only you. Exactly what... How did you... What? This can't have been planned. This must have been opportunistic.
You're the only one!
Teruteru, could it be you?
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teruteru's the killer? Is that true?
Probably snuck under the floorboards just to get some perverted look at some girls, and then he ended up killing Byakuya somehow.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Lucky there was a carpet there.
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
Please do.
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
We don't know that it was actually the portable stove. We never found it. We're just assuming it is.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Well, can you refute it?
Teruteru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Oh, God.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
See, when you speak like that, it makes you look suspicious. What do I think about that? I have to trust that he found them using the glow-in-the-dark paint.
That's...
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
No, but Gundam has.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
Let's just hope he was paying attention at the time.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards.
Guess not then.
The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What?
What? A shining liquid in the dark?
What?
That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Maybe Nagito got his wish after all. He probably planned on killing somebody, but he didn't actually do it. He got Teruteru to do it. He encouraged him. He set it up so that Teruteru could do it, maybe? I don't know. The victim was targeted by a mark? What was the mark? I don't know. What have we got? We don't have much, do we? The blood? No. Oops, I meant to get more details about it. Mark or no mark, the killer stabbed the weapon through the gaps in the floor. Don't go off topic. We're talking about the mark that was used to kill Byakuya in the dark. They peeked through the opening, checked the mark, and stabbed there, right? Oh yeah, the mark. I was just thinking about bringing that up right now.
Crap!
Everyone's staring. I'm a fool of myself. I keep getting my mouse buttons mixed up. The victim was targeted by a mark? What was the mark? How did they know to stab? Details is what I was meant to go for. Compromising position. Pure lemon case, 3 irons, bloodstained tablecloth, gas stove. Is it this? No.
Crap!
Working on it. The victim was targeted by a mark. Is it the glow-in-the-dark stuff? Puncture wounds to his chest and abdomen. Wounds was inflicted by a sharp weapon. Victim's body.
I can prove it with this!
It's the glow-in-the-dark paint.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Right, okay, I just need to trust myself.
Ah! By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But why would you stab him?
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Exactly.
Well, Teruteru!
They had to have been used.
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
He's sweating a lot
Then
now.
can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teruteru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
His voice.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys?
Yeah.
Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall?
But if he's underneath the floorboards, you can hear him.
Doesn't that prove Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
No, that's your undoing, my friend.
But Teruteru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there.
In the dark?
Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
Oh god, he even did that.
No way! You look greasy. But I heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
I believe you.
That's right. Teruteru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
Oh boy.
It's not like I want to blame you. I'm
just trying to find the truth.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
I don't know how things are gonna play out after this trial's over with Nagito. No one's gonna like him.
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teruteru's hope?
Oh, here we go. We're getting near the end now. I can feel it. Knife, bloodstain on the table, gaps in the floorboard, night vision goggles, dark, dual-lumen case.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teruteru's voice.
I'm not disputing that one.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Jeez.
Maybe it was recording or something?
No.
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
You were not in the dining hall. You were underneath us. There's definitely a contradiction hidden within those remarks. I need to find it.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room?
There's no way I was somewhere totally. I definitely heard. It's handsome.
Maybe it was recording.
Nope, definitely.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
See you later, my friend.
Just because we heard Teruteru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
Exactly.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see.
I knew it!
So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Nagito's little stunts back there almost threw me off.
Is that true, Teruteru?
But I knew I was locked on to something.
Hold on a second!
Can you explain this, Teruteru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
He's losing it.
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Oh god, his voice is totally changed.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
Yep. You don't have to lick his sweat to know that much.
If Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Yeah.
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teruteru actually there during that time?
No, I don't believe so.
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
I'm aware.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
What's going on with him?
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
How can we prove that he wasn't there?
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
What? His memories?
Gracia, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teruteru was in the dining hall during the blackout. In order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. Yeah. Of course. Yes!
I can
What
prove
happened
it with
as
this.
soon as the lights came on? What happened?
If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power
That's where
came
that
back,
voice comes in.
then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
Don't say it out loud. We're asking Teruteru.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teruteru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
I miss this music the most. This is the shit's going down music.
Huh? Huh?
What's the matter? Can't remember? It was pretty
It was a
vivid.
pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
Unsightly is correct for one person, considering they could never have seen it.
How about it? You can't answer, Teruteru?
Can't believe it actually comes in handy.
Huh? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
You, of all people, should have been drooling.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so. Nagito! Say something!
What is this?
I guess you might have to give up now.
Oh, thrown under the bus.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teruteru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that? Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
He's asking about the murder weapon, Hiyoko.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet. You understand him?
I can.
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Monumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
Where's the murder weapon?
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Damn it.
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
But it's gotta be the skewer,
Judging
the one
from
that was missing.
Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stab from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
Exactly, so that kind of, like, supports the fact that it's a skewer.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said,
Oh.
try to do
I thought
it.
he said want to do it.
What a confusing accent!
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters. Isn't it supposed to be 5? And at least 50 centimeters in length. A weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? Ooh, another Hangman's Gambit. Here we go. What is it? Okay. Something... Skewer, at least. Iron skewer? Maybe? Let's see if I've got the hang of this time. Okay, good. I think what I'll do is I'll get rid of these letters. One time I'll trust they'll come back. Otherwise this thing gets too, like, cluttered and then I'll just get letters crashing into each other all the time, won't I? W... Where's an O? There we go. Coming out of nowhere. I need an S. S, please. There we go. This is definitely a lot more fun than the previous Hangman's Gambit format. Need a W. E. Definitely feeling. I like the strategy a bit better. Just eliminate all letters. The only bad thing is I haven't seen an E in so long. Then one R, please. I don't know if there's. Yeah, I feel like this is the optimal way to do this. There we go. Iron skewer. I got you now, shorty.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teruteru.
And one was missing off the manifest. I checked the equipment list, and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Yes, I know.
Hey, Teruteru! Where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Oh, he's frothing at the mouth now.
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
Well, we're about to say see you later,
He's
boy.
just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Well then, wouldn't it be ringing when a murder takes place?
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Because that's one of your rules.
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teruteru leave the old building.
So it's gotta be still inside.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
Probably with the food.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teruteru, just man up and be straight with
How
us.
screwed would that be? Just stab Byakuya and then put some food on it and put it back in the dining room.
Whoa!
Ooh. Finally, we're nearing the end. Yes, I know, I can feel it. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. Right, it's the board time battle. I thought he was about to introduce the closing argument. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time sorry. That's the panic talk action. Panic talk action, PTA. We'll shorten it to PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you will be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock on to multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it'll intercept the locked-on remark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the escape key to review the controls, but for this PTA, just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for the other features. So I'm guessing no reloading and no different bullets at the end. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right of the sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the W, S, A, and D keys. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Oh, that's different. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Whoa!
Time to put you down.
What the hell are you even saying, you double-cutter hick?
Get over this accent.
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hit?
Thank goodness for Monokuma.
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen will be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started. Which means, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Hajime getting his tongue twisted there. Could it have been in an unexpected place? I don't know. It's not on the... It wasn't there on the equipment list. Could it be... Maybe that gigantic cow that Nekomaru killed, maybe? Where would that be? Where would he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Well, I mean, it's not going to be in the bin. I don't know. It'd be so Danganronpa to put it in the meat. Think carefully.
I'm not hiding that thing!
He said, I'm not hiding anything!
Really?
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Teruteru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Panic, talk, action. Oh, my heart's
Shut up! That's impossible!
Okay.
Nonsense! Nonsense!
Just have to lift. No need for right click.
Unforgivable! I don't know!
Can't really see what's happening. I'm just tapping the
Nonsense!
bottom. I'm assuming his
Shut
health's going
up!
down. Yeah, it is. You can see his shields.
That's
glowing.
impossible!
Music's
Nonsense!
changed.
Unforgivable!
This feels harder somehow because it's all 3D.
I don't know! Nonsense!
Jeez.
Unforgivable!
Paris Hilton?
Shut up!
What the heck is he talking about?
That's impossible! Nonsense!
Okay. It's definitely harder than the previous one.
Unforgivable!
Got him.
Where would the weapon be?
Meat on the bone.
This is the end!
Gotcha! It is in the meat. That was so cool. Okay, I love
Could the
that.
iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
It's a different way of presenting the final argument. I like it.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It seems there are no dangerous items, like that skewer in the Tarasco earlier, inside that pile of food. Yeah. That appears to be the case. Phew. I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected.
He cooked it with the skewer inside?
Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
Not the fish.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
That's the biggest mistake you can make.
There's no way that exists here.
Yeah.
We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Are we, permission to eat the meat, Monokuma?
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Makana, you're so scary.
Wait, hold on a second. Time out.
What now?
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
She's kind of tied up. Oh, Monokuma's gone.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here!
God!
I'm already eating it!
Oh, Akane, please don't attack him.
A bear that eats meat!
It eats meat?
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Yeah, for a bear, not this animatronic.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
Is someone really controlling Monokuma? They're doing a very good job role-playing as a bear.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My, there's something inside the meat!
Well, well.
Look what came out!
It's a skewer!
Isn't that...
Is
The
that
murder weapon.
an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Wow.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
Oh, the heavens.
As expected of Teruteru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're the ultimate enigma right now.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
I don't want to think so, but I've got no choice. Everything points to you, buddy. I need to know why.
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
What kind of memories do you need? Or were you just desperate to get out of here?
Jeez, what a disappointment.
Nagito is like the new Byakuya now.
Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Ooh.
He said, "You're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, food-eating hicks.
Well, that's just not true. I like to fine dine as well.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Thank you, though, Monami.
Never said a word about cooking on your grate!
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all.
Certainly do.
To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
One of my favorite parts. Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teruteru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.